Film is one of the most powerful languages in the world.
I have to believe in a world outside my own mind. I have to believe that my actions still have meaning.
I'd always liked film noir and crime fiction as a way of extrapolating your own life, your own neurosis or whatever, and making it accessible and making it something that people could care about.
It's a very, very, very powerful medium. A group of people who are mostly strangers are sitting in the dark, and they've given you access to their brains through their eyes and their ears for 2 hours, 2.5 hours. That's a big responsibility.
So in a funny way, they're not just movies to me. It was a way of expressing emotion and a way of learning a little about life.
I didn't choose film, film chose me.
From a very young age, we've understood the importance of sharing stories, and now we want to share our biggest story of all with you. Hey guys, it's Nate.
And Max. We've grown up inspired by guys like Nolan and Fincher and Scorsese and Spike Lee, and those movies are all awesome. But we're taking movies like Seven and Chinatown and kind of giving them our own spin.
Taking place in Pittsburgh, Three Rivers, our working title, follows Devlin, who is a forensics expert living on his own in the city. He's a graduate from Duquesne, he's a little down on his luck and not really sure where his life is headed. This is before he meets Monica, who changes the entire trajectory of his life. When it seems like harm has come to Monica, Devlin takes it upon himself to find out what happened and save her if he can. With this film, we not only wanted to make a movie that allows us to experiment with our favorite filmmaking styles, but we also wanted to discuss issues that are relevant to modern culture. Specifically, one issue that has affected both of our lives and the lives of those around us. As I'm sure many of you know, there's a lot of harmful rhetoric surrounding public figures like Andrew Tate, Kanye West, and many more. In the modern age, these highly influential figures spout racist, sexist, and other hateful remarks across their platforms, reaching millions of people, namely young, impressionable boys. We wanted to depict how these figures can alter the mindset of young men and lead them onto a path that they might not be able to come back from. Three Rivers is meant to serve as a warning to some and a wake-up call to others.
And that's about all that we can give you guys for now. But hopefully it's not the only thing we have to give you. We're still working on funding. We've raised about $400 so far from friends and family, and we're so grateful for that. But we're still looking for more. All the funding is being utilized for various pieces of equipment, production design, transportation, and food for cast and crew, and hopefully the rest can be used for post-production. Whatever we don't use is going right back into off the script for future filmmakers to utilize.
We're viewing Three Rivers as a launching off point, not only for ourselves as student filmmakers trying to make our first feature film, but also to help promote off-the-script films to the greater Pittsburgh area. Off-the-script films, or OTS for short, for those who don't know, is a 501c3 nonprofit started in Philadelphia with my business partner Katie Yoon during the peak of the pandemic. When there wasn't a whole lot going on, we made sure to utilize our extra spare time to start writing, shooting, and producing short films. OTS has helped to fund and produce numerous student films, which you're seeing right now on screen. We've done short films, music videos, comedy, suspense thrillers, and the list goes on. We've put on multiple charity events and even went to a New York film festival. All of this was to give back to people who don't necessarily have the access to expensive equipment and resources to break the barrier that exists between students and the film industry.
This story is especially important to Nate and I for a number of reasons. This is easily the most ambitious project we've ever worked on. More than that, this is a really personal story for us. As dudes living in single dorms in the city, on top of just being freshmen in college, things can get isolating. You feel like you have nobody to turn to. Sometimes this makes you a better person, oftentimes not so much. In the age of the men's mental health crisis, these often debilitating lonely moments can cause a lot of hurt and damage to those around you, and this is where we try to go for Three Rivers.
And that's our pitch. We're working right now with a lot of different people and organizations to help fund this project. We've been collaborating with the University of Pittsburgh and a number of businesses and venues across the Pittsburgh area to help make Three Rivers the best project we can possibly produce. We still need all the help we can get though, so please consider donating to our PayPal campaign, which we're linking right here for you guys, and it'll also be linked across social media too.
Thank you guys for making it this far, and please help support us in making our first feature film.